Hi folks, Job Comics here, having a look at another Bronze Age Marvel comic. This time we're looking at the Defenders, issue number 24, a particularly fantastic issue because it's got Daredevil, Power Man, the Son of Satan, 5 fearsome Defenders and 3 startling guest stars, all up against the Sons of the Serpent. What more could a Marvelite ask for? I don't know what else you could ask for. Look at that great cover. Isn't it terrific? So this is, of course, a Bronze Age issue. Steve Gerber, Sal Buscema, because Sal Buscema was just drawing everything and nobody ever notices. It's 1975, and it starts off with the Defenders in big trouble here. The Sons of the Serpent have got them all trussed up. Steve Gerber's run on the Defenders was just absolutely mental. It was crazy stuff, and I remember that there was, he used to sort of do multi-part stories. He would have lots of guest stars, and he would also introduce various different subplots, almost like Claremont with the X-Men. Gerber was doing it with the Defenders, and the thing about Steve Gerber though was, oh, look at that roster. Sometimes he seemed to forget some of the story, and I suppose Claremont was the same in X-Men, but I remember he introduced this story about this sort of elf that had a gun that was just sort of randomly taking people out in the comic, and it was never explained. I think to this day they still never really explained what was going on with that subplot in the Defenders. Yeah, it's so odd. And then probably, look at that strange sound effect. So Sal Buscema's artwork just looks great here. And Daredevil and Power Man together, and the Son of Satan, and this is one of those comics. It's 1975. I remember reading this as a kid and just couldn't believe what I was seeing with everything that was going on in it. It was just so cool. But yeah, Gerber had really weird, far-out ideas about the way he would present his superhero stories. They were really off the wall. He was doing Howard the Duck around about the same time here, and if you've ever read Howard the Duck, you'll have a good idea about how bizarre those stories were, and how much he was pushing the envelope at Marvel in the 70s, presenting readers with stories that they'd never seen before. He also did a fantastic run on Man-Thing. If you ever get the chance, you should pick them up as well and just read those, because they were just phenomenal, yeah. Good Lord, look at that imagery. And it's stuff on the Defenders at this time was also just crazy. But look how exciting this all is. He would fall out with Marvel over Howard and wanting the rights from it, and there was all kinds of stuff going on there. You can look into that if you want and see what was happening. But here we go, even with Daredevil and all these, the Hulk, and you've got all these guys here, and we still end up in this outrageous cliffhanger. More mind-boggling revelations than you can shake a serpent's stave at. And honest, the real absolute no-nonsense conclusion of this epic tale. Wow. They really don't make them like this anymore. And if, like me, you enjoy looking at these old comics, why don't you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.